Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This is me, Mysterious Cameraman, and today I am talking about Spider-Man: The Green Gobby's Last Stand. This fan film is crazy. I think that's the best way to start this thing. This fan film came out in 1992, I think. So this is the original Spider-Man fan film. This fan film came out before a single Spider-Man movie was made, I think, maybe, which is crazy. I think there were a few before, but before the Sam Raimi films. So this is like the first real big one. And this fan film is pretty good. This fan film was made just by people who like the character. And it's actually not bad. That's the crazy part. You'd think a 90s fan film is bad. And there's definitely fan films better than it nowadays. But it's still really good. It's kind of crazy, but it's actually really good. This fan film is kind of notoriously known for Dan Poole, Spider-Man, swinging IRL off a building. That was pretty crazy. I did not believe it when I first saw the reviews, and I felt like it's my time to talk about this thing. So before we get into it, if you haven't already seen my own fan film, Captain America: The Taskmaster Trials, that's on my channel now. Check that out. And any trailers for that too, those are all on my channel. Please check it out. Not doing so well, so we'd appreciate the help. Yeah, besides that, let's jump right into it. Oh wow. This fan film is really something. I don't get how this fan film is so good. We know that this fan film is known so much for the swinging, but it's actually not bad. I think its homemade factor actually makes it pretty fun. I know some people are not going to like how homemade it feels, but I think the homemade part of it actually makes it more interesting and more fun to watch. I kind of like seeing how, I just think it actually it benefits the fan film in a lot of ways. Fan film's really crazy. It's pretty crazy. And it's not like the story in this is bad either. I think the story in this is actually one of its best parts. I think everything that the story tells, I think, is really interesting. Is it the best thing that they've ever put out? Definitely not. I've seen there's definitely better fan films out there with better plots, but I think the plot in this, for what it is pretty good. And to me, it's also crazy that this is a fan film just made by fans for the fans. And it really envisions that. There are plenty of fan films that do that still nowadays, and there's plenty of fan films that do it for other reasons, or do it too high stakes. And in this one, it's not high stakes. It's pretty normal, actually. It's pretty basic. It's not doing anything crazy. And it's really good. I do not think there's much of a production budget on this, but they have someone swinging from a building. If they're doing that, they need a budget to be able to make sure that the rope is good. That Green Goblin costume is pretty good. I think the Green Goblin suit is one of the best Green Goblin suits I've seen on screen. In my opinion, it's really cool looking. Spider-Man suit isn't perfect, but it's still really good. It's a little square-faced, but whatever. Let's talk. I think we'd kind of just have to go into the 6 points. Directing was very decent. I do like the way it was shot. I thought it was pretty cool. It just wasn't perfect. Editing, really good. It wasn't great. Again, it's not really good at all due to the fact that it's 1990, but for the time, it was really good. Acting, very good. I thought the acting in this was pretty cool. I liked Peter a lot. I liked Green Goblin a lot. Yeah. Gwen was pretty good. I think Gwen did a very good job in this. As for this plot, the story, I think the story in this is pretty cool. I really like how it opens with that car chase, especially with it being a real car chase. More him, standing on top of a car. I thought that was pretty cool. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought they opened it very Spider-Man-like. Then they did what did they do? Then was the scene with Gwen, and I do like Gwen in this. I do like how they do Gwen. I think she's done pretty interesting. I do like her and Peter's dynamic. She isn't my favorite, though. I feel like she's and I just don't love her as Gwen, but I think she does still a very good job. She's just not my favorite Gwen that I've seen it before. But I still think Gwen's pretty interesting in this. I do like how she's portrayed in this a lot. I think it's interesting that how we like see her envisioned, I guess. I don't know. I just thought they did pretty cool stuff with it. Then after the restaurant scene, we have a scene with Norman and we have a few scenes with Norman, and I do like Norman in this. I think he's a pretty cool character. I like him in this, and I think he portrays the character of Norman Osborn very well. And I'm not gonna go through every scene. I'm just gonna point out some scenes I like. The Spider-Man Goblin fight, I thought that was pretty cool. I like how Norman is like failing to fight Peter a lot. Like he's missing it, and like he runs and hits the railing. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was interesting. Then we see the Green Goblin suit. I thought the Green Goblin suit was really cool. I thought it was really good looking. Thought it was really interesting. Next thing I want to point out is I guess the swinging part. I thought the swinging was incredible. Like I never thought of this that I'd ever see a fan film with real swinging, but it was impressive that they did that. And I know some people are going to look away from this fan film because, like, how old it looks. But if you can, like, enjoy this fan film, it's really good. Then there's a rooftop fight. I thought that was pretty fun. It wasn't anything crazy. The choreography wasn't great. But it was enough. Then we have there's a few other parts I like. I like how, like, even though it doesn't look great, even though there's a lot of parts that don't look up to date and don't hold up, the plot of it's cool. I like the idea of Gwen dying. I like Peter being very cocky in this. Like, him having a pretty high ego and then it being diminished when Gwen dies. I thought that was cool. I did like a lot of that. I also liked the warehouse fight at the end. I thought there was a lot of cool things that I think Sam Raimi may have taken. I don't know. But I thought it was pretty cool, some of the stuff. I thought at the end, a lot of the things that they did were very interesting. Was it my favorite ending? No. But I do like the glider. I like Peter being rageful. It felt like a combination of the No Way Home ending as well as the ending to Spider-Man 1. And again, this came out before both of them. So I thought that was impressive that they came up with that without so much source material. And it was pretty interesting. I thought the idea of them screaming at each other, like Goblin kind of at his will, and then the glider scene, obviously. I thought that was pretty cool. And I really enjoyed the way that they did it. Yeah, I just really liked how they did all that. I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty fun. And I think they portrayed it in a really cool and interesting way. Yeah. Okay, what's another thing to talk about? Choreography. Well, let's just finish talking about the story. I do like the idea of choreography. Swinging, incredible. But the fight scenes are not great. But I think they really do put a lot on the table. They do a lot of practical stunts. So I think this fan film deserves so much credit with choreography. And the music in this is also really good. Overall, this fan film is really good. It's not really up to date. A lot of the effects aren't going to look good. But if you like the kind of campy, corny, old-fashioned, homemade Spider-Man fan film, this is the homemade Spider-Man fan film. Like, he's literally swinging off a building. Like, it feels homemade. It looks homemade. Like, even though there are fan films that, like, look homemade and are cool, this one really does that. Like, I've never seen a fan film that does this better than this fan film. And if you can look past how it doesn't look great and all that stuff, it's really interesting, it's really fun, and you're going to enjoy watching it. Like, there's fan films that have good plots that I just don't love watching, that aren't so entertaining. This is entertaining in almost every scene. Like, you don't know what to expect with this. Like, nowadays, you can kind of expect things from Spider-Man fan films, and some of them blow you away, but this one really, I was expecting things, and it really blew me away. So, overall, I really enjoyed it. Wasn't my favorite fan film of all time? No. But it was something very different than I've ever seen before. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already seen my own fan film, Captain America: The Taskmaster Trials, it's on my channel now. Besides that, thank you so much for watching this video. See you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.